Hey, good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this episode of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. I was thinking the other day, I was running across a note that I'd scribbled in with some facts around neuroscience and stuff. And one line stopped me. One line stopped me as I was going through it. It said, "It's not finding gratitude that matters most, it's remembering to look in the first place. So no matter how bad things are, look anyway." That was the idea behind it. So hold on to that. Look anyway. Okay. So the note was about neuroscience, and here's what surprised me. Our brains get comfortable with guilt, with shame, and worry. Comfortable because worry can make us feel like we're doing something about a problem, even when we're doing nothing at all. Now think about it. Guilt, shame, and worry. Guilt looks backward. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Worry looks forward. Oh, what if that happens? What if this happens? Shame looks inward. Maybe something's wrong with me. Three directions, and not one of them is a place where I have any power to act. You see, gratitude points somewhere else. Gratitude points out, it's arrows out, points now, arrows out right now. The only place any of us have ever had the power to choose. And I'm not talking about positive thinking. Really, gratitude turns our attention to Well, gratitude boosts the same brain chemicals that two of the world's most prescribed antidepressants were designed to boost, dopamine and serotonin. Same targets, but no prescription. And here's the part of that old note that keeps coming back. It says you don't have to find something. The dopamine, serotonin will show up just by asking. It's the looking. The looking is the thing. Years ago, I had the opportunity to share the stage at a fundraiser for the University of San Diego stem cell department. And the man I shared it with his name was Chris Waddell. You may have heard of him before. He's a Paralympic champion, 13 medals. And he was the first paraplegic to reach the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. He climbed into a hand cycle powered by nothing but his arms while porters laid planks under the wheels. And the final stretch was too steep even for that. So he left his chair and went up without it. Now, the great hope in that room was that one day spinal injuries could be reversed, that paraplegics would walk. So privately, I asked him, "Chris, aren't you excited about that?" And he goes, "Not really." He said, "I'm so grateful for my life right now and everything I get to do." And that caught me a little bit of, excuse me, that caught me a little bit off guard. He said, "Lee, imagine if every man in the world had been born paraplegic. Would we all be sitting around complaining that we didn't have the use of our legs?" I thought about it. He said, "I'm very happy just the way I am." Now, I'm not suggesting that we all should turn down healing. That was something that was fitting him. But the magic behind it is that what he did was he was not grateful for his injury, but he was grateful in his life. Dieter F. Uchtdorf said, he put it this way: instead of being thankful for things, we focus on being thankful in our circumstances, whatever they may be. You see, grateful for depends on circumstances. Did I get what I wanted? Did it work out the way I expected? Grateful in depends on only on me. You don't have to wait for the rainbow to enjoy the rain, which is probably why for years now, people around the world have carried a small rock in their pocket. And I know I've been contacted by thousands of them, literally. And for the last 20 years, 20 some odd years, 25 years, I've carried a rock in my pocket. And let me tell you about that rock. There is nothing in it. Notice our new ones with the little butterfly on them. But there's nothing in it. It holds no gratitude, no power. It does exactly one thing. Every time my hand finds it, it makes me look. Not look for something, just look. Not for something, just look. Some mornings come easy. Some days I reach and I can't think of hardly anything. But by just grabbing it, I still looked. And the world says, look away. Gratitude says, look anywhere, anytime. So this week, when it gets hard, when guilt wants you to replay the past, reach in. Look anyway. Look for the good. Look for the things you can be grateful for anyway. When worry wants you to live in the future that hasn't happened, reach in. Look anyway. When shame whispers that what you've done is who you are, reach in. Look anyway. In the moment, you may not find one thing. You say, "Oh, I honestly can't think of one thing right now," but that's all right. And what's the key is in that moment, you can still choose to be grateful in. Because the greatest power of gratitude isn't only what we find, it's the direction we choose to look. So look anyway. Let's go big this week. And if you like this, share it. That's one way of going big. Have a meaningful week, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye bye.